Good morning, good morning, good morning. How y'all doing? Yes. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me get everybody lined up. How y'all doing this morning? How y'all doing this morning? It's been a minute since we've been out here in the lab. How y'all doing this morning? Double tap on the screen, double tap on the screen. How y'all doing this morning? Let's get into it. Y'all already know this is Morning Walk, Word, and Worship right here with your girl, Street Poet, and the Chosen Family. How y'all doing this morning? Double tap on that screen, double tap on that screen, double tap on that screen. Baby, today is a good day. Today is a really good day. Today is 100 days, right? 100 days of our fasting, right? We've been fasting officially of this. Today makes 100 days. 100 days. Double tap on that screen. Double tap on that screen. Double tap on that screen. Give it up. We're going to celebrate that before we get into anything else. Before, I'm going to give everybody the opportunity to come on in. Thank you so much, lovely Lynn. I appreciate that badge. Double tap on that screen. We're going to give it up for the 100 days first, right? We're going to show love for the 100 days first. There you go, Chef Shirley. Come on, double tap on the screen. Y'all send some love. Fasting for 100 days is not an easy thing. We're going to celebrate the 100 days first. Double tap on that screen. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you, Janice. I appreciate you, Donna. I see y'all coming through. Appreciate them stars, Janice. Double tap on that screen. Let's go. 100 days. Wow. Baby, you got folk that cannot fast for 30 days, 15 days, 7 days, and we have officially been fasting for 100 days. We are super excited, energy through the roof. Double tap on that screen. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. Come on, man. I'm super excited about that. I'm telling you, man, come on. She says, what? Fasting. Man, we've had a different fast every single month. We've done the Daniel fast, when we first got started, September the 1st, for 30 days. We took out all of our meats, and then we went into intermittent fasting, which we didn't eat anything before 12, nothing after 8. We had another fast where we went into a water fast. Like, we've had different fasts all throughout, from the 1st of September all the way up until right now. From the 1st of September up until now, we have switched the fasts out every single month to rotate so that our body wouldn't just get used to one thing. Then we also was implementing every single morning. We got up at 7:40 and we were online ready for prayer, ready for the word, ready for the positive affirmations, ready for meditation. So we started out with a 3-minute meditation in September, then went to a 6-minute meditation, then a 9-minute meditation, and now we're in 12-minute meditation. When I tell you guys, we have sat here from September to now, and we've created a healthy start of our day, implementing God the first part of our day. Man, listen, y'all don't know how hard it is to get adults to change, right? Can we start there? Right? Getting grown folk to change, people who have real jobs, who have real responsibilities, who have real stuff going on, children, marriage, all these different things in their life. You know what I'm saying? It's very hard to shift that, you know what I'm saying? To say, oh, okay, well, we're going to do this, knowing that you have all of that you have to also do. So for people to be so committed, so dedicated to what it was that they was doing, that they actually changed the way that they started their day every single day, that's a big deal. Breaking old habits, breaking off things that you used to do to be able to do this. Baby, this is not for the weak right now. This is why, understand me, this is why we're so excited about it. This is why we feel the way that we feel right now. Because I'm going to tell you one thing. When you're getting up and you fasting like this, come on, Danielle. When you're getting up and you fasting like this, when you're reading scriptures like this, when you're meditating like this, when you're putting in this type of work on yourself every single day, this is what it takes: discipline. It takes discipline to be able to do this every single day. You've been doing this every single day. You do this every single day. That takes discipline. A disciplined person is a disciple. You're operating with discipline. You're operating with obedience. You're following what it is that you're supposed to be doing on a regular basis with no days off, removing all of the excuses up out of your life. You have to understand, yes, come on, let's be real about it. I see y'all in the chat. Y'all like, wait a minute. She on it today. It looked like y'all was blurry. That's why I wiped it off like that. Yeah, you have to know how important it is to actually work on yourself every single day. When you're doing this and doing it every single day, you're operating with discipline. Now you're also operating with what? Obedience. It takes a lot of obedience to self-parent, to check yourself, to tell yourself on a regular basis, hey, come here. You're not supposed to be doing that. You're not supposed to be watching that. You're not supposed to be eating that. You're not supposed to be going over there. You have to be obedient to the guidelines. You have to be disciplined. You have to be locked in. You have to be intentional. All of these things are things that you have been working on since September the 1st. Since September the 1st, this has been what you've been working on. This is what you've been doing. And whether you guys know it or not, it's like it's a life-changing experience. It's life-changing when you start to show yourself that you can do something that you really thought that you couldn't do. All of these years, come on, let's be real. Who's going to be real with me today? Who's going to be real and put it up real quick? Put it, just double tap on the screen, show some love real quick. If it's you, right? If it's you, just go ahead and double tap on the screen if you understand what I'm saying. And yeah, you couldn't have told me this 6 years ago, right? If 6 or 7 years ago, you would have never told me that I was getting up every single day and I was logging into Facebook, TikTok, or Instagram to go and be in a prayer group. You could have never told me that that's where I would be. But if that's what you're doing right now today and you have been doing it faithfully, double tap on the screen real quick, right? Go ahead, double tap on the screen. Let them know, baby, I'm here though. That I would have never thought that was going to be me, but that's me. If you would have never thought in a million years, right? If people would have came to you and said that you would be part of a support group, a mental health group, a study group, tell me the truth. Would you have ever said, oh, that's going to be me? But you do it every single day, that you get into prayer on Tuesdays and Thursday, 12 p.m. You in the Patreon and you ready for prayer. You get there Thursday night and you ready for study group. You ordering, oh yeah, you are. Used to be on Shein, used to be on Fashion Nova, ordering all these different clothes and all this different stuff on a regular basis. And now all of a sudden, when you go online, now you on Amazon, you on Barnes and Nobles, and now you're ordering self-help books. Understand, you got all these different books that's coming in, and some of us, let's be real, since we've been doing our books, we didn't had to order a little bookshelf. Now we didn't got books, baby. We didn't have books before. Understand me? Now we didn't got us a little bookshelf because now we got so many books that we gotta be, hey, come on, Crystal. Let's be real. Right there before your eyes, you seeing yourself change. You seeing yourself develop. All of a sudden, you ain't never talked about no bookshelf before. If you was going to use a bookshelf for anything, your bookshelf was going to be for your shoes. Now, all of a sudden, you have to move them shoes around and actually buy shoe racks because you done got a part of a study group, and now you're ordering self-help books. You over there ordering a brand new Bible, and some of us, we ain't just get us a Bible. We had to get our name put on our Bible. We made sure that it was personal, right? We didn't even went to a far. We done bought a Bible cover for our Bible, and never would have thought, you never would have thought that you would be here right now, a part of a support group, signing up for prayer every morning at 7:40, and now here you are. You would have never thought 6-7 months ago that you would have been in worship the way that you are, and now you're looking at yourself and saying, ain't no way in the world. Yes, that's what hard work and dedication looks like. That's what hard work and commitment, that's what that looks like. And see, when you're in the thick of the thing, I'm explaining to you while I'm pointing that out. But see, when you're in the thick of the things, you're not really thinking about it that way because you're in it and you're just doing it, right? So you're not really paying it that much attention. But then when somebody start calling it out, then I see y'all dancing already over here. Look at y'all. Y'all could not wait. Ooh, y'all is something else. Y'all can't wait. Understand me. But then the more that you start working on yourself and working on your development, you're in the thick of things, right? You're just doing it. You know the requirements. You got the homework assignment. You're just working your stuff. And then when somebody start calling it out, then all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, I have been doing that. Wait a minute, that have been me. Wait a minute, I have been in prayer. Wait a minute, I have been doing it. The enemy's job is to keep you distracted. Understand me, to keep you from seeing your progress. The enemy's job is to what, coach? To keep you distracted, to keep you from seeing your growth, to keep you from seeing your development, to make you think that what you're doing is not good enough, to make you think that what you're doing is not working, to make you think that what you're doing, that you're wasting your time. This is the enemy's job. This is how he operates. Understand me. That's why I tell y'all all the time, you got to be able to carry your journal. This is why your journal is so important. Because it's going to be sometimes, understand me, it's going to be sometimes the support group, and you click the link that's in my bio that says Linktree Street, stroll down to where it says mental health support group, click that, select that tier, $10 tier, select the tier, and become a part of the chosen family right now today. Anybody that's on IG, can y'all make sure that she gets the information that she needs? You have to understand. Yeah, anybody that want to hear, I am not gonna keep them out of prayer. They want to come to prayer group, we gonna get them in. They want to come to study group, we gonna get them in. Baby, we got to do that on a regular basis. Big ups to everybody that's on TikTok that's hitting that subscription button as well. I see you guys subscribing over there. Double tap on the screen for me real quick. You have to understand that the enemy's job is to keep you distracted. The enemy's job is to what? Is to keep you distracted. Put it inside the chat real quick. You on 100 days right now. You're celebrating 100 days of fasting, 100 days of meditation, 100 days of prayer, 100 days of scriptures, getting the right scriptures, 100 days of speaking positively. Thank you, Kush King, over your life. You're celebrating 100 days right now. And while you're in this 100 days, I want you to be prepared, right, for the enemy to attack, because that's exactly what he's going to do. You're not going to be able to do all of this work on yourself and then think that you're not going to face some type of opposition. Don't think that you can do this type of work on yourself and think that the enemy is not going to come at you at one way or another, because it's most definitely going to happen. You just hit that 100-day mark. A lot of times people don't do what you just done, and that's the reason why we're talking about it this morning. You get a 30-day fast, a 40-day fast, a 60-day fast. That's what you get for most folk. Y'all did 100 days. You are breaking barriers. You're breaking barriers in your life right now. You're challenging yourself on a level that you probably never thought that you would be able to do right now. Understand me, baby. I done got hot already. I done got hot, and we just now getting, I done got hot already. Hold on. I got to come up out of that. Yeah, I feel like this is going to be a good day today. Oh my goodness. Come on. I just feel like today's going to be one of those days. It's going to be a really good day today. Don't mind me. I'm just saying that I know for a fact that today it's starting to look like it's going to be one of those days, right? Double tap on that screen real quick. So I want you to understand that what the enemy does, his job is to keep you distracted. His job is to keep you thinking that you are not who you know that you are. His job is to continuously try to feed you the negativity. His job is to deceive you. Understand me? So you're doing all of this work on yourself, putting in all of this work on yourself. You got to know that the enemy is going to slide in, and he's going to try to pull you out of alignment, because he's saying, wait a minute, I was okay with you praying a little bit, but now you done started attaching, you know what I'm saying? You didn't attach fasting to that. Now you're trying to study too. I was okay with you doing a little bit of this, but how dare you think that you're going to grow like that? And we know this, right? And one of the things that I need for you to understand as we're continuing inside of this challenge of 122 days of fasting, I need for you to know this right here. Fasting is a powerful tool. Oh, yeah. Put it in your notes. What you say, Coach? Yeah, fasting is a powerful tool. Fasting is a powerful tool, right? And we know that fasting is a powerful tool, because if we go on that word, we're gonna see what? We're gonna see where all the greats, they fasted. We seen where Daniel fasted. Whenever they wanted something from the Most High God, they went into a fast. Understand me. They practiced that fast. Why did they practice that fast? I just told y'all why. Why? Discipline. Because that fast taught them discipline, right? It was discipline. I'm going to give up this so that I can obtain that. If you go and you start reading, you're going to see that all of the greats, they did what? Fast. But Daniel was not the only one that also demonstrated his level of love and commitment to the Most High God through fasting. Come on, I'm gonna learn you something. What we say, fasting. There you go. I see somebody got it over here. Fasting is a powerful tool. There you go. Fasting is a powerful tool. I got it right here. I need somebody on Facebook. Put it in the chat real quick. Fasting is a powerful tool, right? Anytime that you go into a fast, you have to know that people that are fasting, the reason why we say it's a powerful tool is because we realize that fasting is what brings you into that, into that higher connection with the Most High God. That's when you're willing to make that sacrifice to sustain from something that you like or that you love or that you feel like you gotta have, to say, I need more of you. Fasting helps create, understand, that intimate relationship that you want with the Most High. But Daniel was not the only one that was known for his fasting. I'm going to talk to you nice today. Double tap on the screen. This is why I'm telling you, you're in 100 days of fasting, and I don't want you to lose your focus. I don't want you to lose your momentum. I don't want you to get sidetracked with it. It's because it wasn't just Daniel that fasted. Jesus also fasted. Understand me. Jesus had been fasting for days, right? He had been out there and he had been fasting for days. And when Jesus was out there fasting for days, what happened? That's when the adversary came to him. Understand me. That's when the enemy came to him. So in other words, what I'm telling you guys, my chosen family, those of you that are actively fasting, that are locked in with us right now, don't be surprised when the enemy starts visiting you. Understand me, because that's the same thing that he done to Christ. Come on, double tap on the screen. That's a word by itself right there. Understand me. Daniel wasn't the only one that fasted. Jesus was also fasting, and that's when the adversary came to approach him when he was out there fasting. And why did he do that? Why did he do that? Why did he approach Jesus when he was out there fasting? Because of Revelations, what we got into this morning, Revelations 3, right? When he says, when God himself says, I know that you are low on strength. I know your strength is low. Understand me, because when you start fasting, right, then you're not putting all that in, and sometimes you can get low on energy. When you've been out there and you've been slaying lions, tigers, and bears, sometimes you're going to lose energy. When you over there and you got to go against mama, daddy, sister, brother, the people on your job, your grown adult children acting up, your friends turning their back, you got bad relationships, and you're facing one thing after another, then guess what's happening in that moment? You start to lose strength. You get tired, you get frustrated, you get agitated, and you get annoyed with the day-to-day things that's happening in life. Understand me? And you put all of that on top of the fact that you're not eating, that you're sustaining from food on top of everything else, then yes. Let's talk about it. Now you're getting tired, right? It's the same thing. This is what the enemy does. In other words, what are you saying, coach? The enemy waits until he thinks that you are at your lowest, that you're at your lowest level of strength. Understand me. The enemy wants to attack you or come at you when he thinks that you are at your lowest point of life, where you don't have what you need to be able to make it through to the other side. This is what he wants you to think. This is what he wants you to feel, right? His job is to wear you down. What is the enemy's job? The enemy's job is to what? Is to wear you down. The enemy's job is to continuously frustrate you, to agitate you, to annoy you until he gets up under your skin, and then you retaliate out of your emotions. The enemy's job is to frustrate you, to agitate you, to annoy you to the point where, understand, that you respond to him out of your emotions, because the moment that you step into your emotions is the moment that, understand me, you're stepping out of your alignment. Now you're moving on your emotions and not out of wisdom. The enemy's job is to frustrate you, agitate you, annoy you, understand me, to get up under your skin, to trick you into responding to them out of your frustration, out of that frustration. And the reason why is because once you respond to him out of that frustration, that means that you stepped out of alignment. And that's what the world would like to call, you done got on their level when you done laid your religion down. Now you're operating with the same level of emotion and annoyance as that individual. That's what the enemy wants you to do. When Jesus was in the wilderness and he was fasting like how we're fasting, praying like how we're praying, meditating and worshiping the way we've been praying and meditating and worshiping, this is when the adversary decided that he was going to come and he was going to bother him. He says, you know what? This is where he's going to be his weakest. I know he got to be hungry by now. This is where he's going to be at his weakest. He ain't been getting everything that he thought that he was going to get. Understand me? He got to be at his weakest right now. He done gone days without food, days without substance, and understand me, he ain't got nobody else around him, because when you start fasting, let's just be real, when you start fasting and praying and worshiping like that, you start excusing yourself from a lot of folk. Why? Because the more that you grow, the more that you evolve, you start to lose taste in folk. Them folk that you used to hang out with, you don't want to hang out with no more. Understand me? Things that you thought was cute and was funny, them things ain't cute and funny to you no more. Your taste in people have changed. Your taste in environments have changed. Your taste in situations will change. The more that you grow, the more that you evolve in life, the more that you heal in life, life, you will look back and be like, I don't know what I ever saw in that. I don't know why I ever thought that that was something cool or something cute to do. Understand me, you will naturally change and develop into something and someone that you didn't even know that you were going to become. But let's get back to it. So here goes Satan. He's out there. Here goes Jesus. He's out there. And Jesus has been fasting all throughout this time. And this time, this is when the adversary says, I know you got to be tired. No, you got to be frustrated. I know you got to be mad right now because you ain't got nobody out here to help you. You ain't got nobody out here. Yeah, let me come and tempt you right now. He got tempted the most when he was on his fast. The adversary came to him when he was on his fast. And he says, hey, if you throw yourself from here, all you have to do is, this is what he's saying. He told Jesus 3 different things. He told him several different things, right? He said, if you really who you say you are, you ain't got to worry about, nothing happening to you. Just go ahead and jump off of here. Just go ahead and jump off. Ain't nothing gonna happen to you. If you really who you say that you are, won't your Father save you? Won't your Father come and get you? If you really that person, if you really that, you have to be prepared for the enemy to test you. You got to be prepared for that. And if you're not operating with the right type of mindset, then understand me, hear me. If you're not operating with the right type of mindset, then you will allow the enemy to trick you right on up at your spot. You cannot afford that. You put in way too much work on yourself for you to be out here being bamboozled by the enemy, to being finessed by the enemy, being hoodwinked by the enemy. Understand me? And Jesus had to stand flat-footed and let him know, oh, baby, that's not going to happen. He says, okay, well, if you really who you say you are, then you can turn these stones, you can turn this into bread, ain't it? Can't you do that? If you got that type of power, understand me, if you have that type of authority, why don't you just do this or just do that? You have to be prepared for people to do what? To challenge the person that you are becoming. That's a note right there for you. In other words, the enemy came to Christ when he was in the wilderness, when he was out there fasting, because us today, we got to be prepared, understand me, for the adversary, for the people, the friends, the family, and folk to come at us, and they want to do what? They want to challenge the person that we're becoming. You got to be prepared for folk to want to challenge the person that you're becoming. They want to challenge the person that you're becoming. Like, I'm going to learn you something today. That's what the adversary was doing. Because why are you asking me to throw myself from here? Why are you asking me to do this? Why are you asking me? And then how you promising me things that I already got? He said, well, if you bow down and you worship me, he says, if you throw yourself from here, if you turn the stones into bread, he said, matter of fact, if you bow down and worship me, I will give you all of this. You know what Jesus rebutted? Why would I accept all of this when all of this is already mine? Understand me. Why would I bow before you to receive all of what's already mine? Understand me. Why would I bow before you to receive what's already mine? What are you saying? Some people already know, understand me, that you are the gift. They already know that you are the prize. They already know that you are the good thing. They already know that they're honestly only surviving off of who and what you really and truly are. But they benefit from your gifts when you're not aware of your gift. They grow, understand, from your gifts when you're not aware of your gifts. And they will try to trick you into thinking that they are helping you. And the truth of the matter is, you're the one that's providing the service. How is the enemy trying to tell Jesus, if you bow down and you worship me? Somebody said, oh, that was a good word. Yeah. You had to really be listening to really catch that. He said, they already know. Come on. It's somebody. You had to be really listening to catch that right there. That right there did that to some folk. Double tap on the screen, but those that caught it really caught it. Those that understood that really understood that. They will go outside of their way, understand me, to try to act like they don't know that you are really the person that's providing the service, that you are really the person that's making it happen. And as long as you are, understand me, blinded to what it is that you bring to the table, as long as you're blinded by your gifts and your talent, as long as you don't know who you are, then people will use you for their own personal gain. Oh, yeah. Come on, what they'll do? They'll use, he said, bow down and worship me. Why would I bow down and worship you to receive something that is already mine? He tried to deceive Jesus the same way he deceived Eve in Eden, right? Wait a minute, you trying to run that same game? You trying to redo that same thing? You trying to bring to me the same thing that you brought over there to Eve? Wait a minute, because what? The adversary don't change. Understand me, his tricks, his ways, they don't change. And that's what I tell you all the time. Whenever you're going through a hard time in your life, and come on, Kira, let's be real. His vices, they don't change. Whatever it is that he do, he continues to do that same exact thing. There are no new ways. Understand me, there are no new ways. The problem is when we go through situations and hard stuff in life is that we're not paying attention to what is happening until it's then happened multiple times. We don't see it until we've gone through it multiple times. That's how you end up dating somebody that was broken, that was damaged, that had all these issues, and then you break up with them and you end up in another relationship with somebody that got them same issues, the same not being able to communicate, got trust issues, got trauma, got all these other things. That's how you end up dealing with the same individual over and over and over, because you get into a bad situation and you don't focus on what's happening in the situation. You focus on the pain. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait a second. Yeah. Wait, I put my hand on the hip, you know it. I do this here, you know, something is happening. Oh, yeah. You don't, come on. That's the end. You just been bamboozled. You just been hoodwinked. What'd you say, Coach? I said, when you're going through a situation, you don't focus on the cause of what's happening. The only thing that you focus on is the actual pain. All you focus on is your emotion. All you focus on is the hurt. Understand me. Instead of looking at the cause, you have to start dealing with, get your ink pens out because this just came. Understand me. Get the ink pen out. You have to start focusing on the cause. What is causing this pain? Because if you're only going over there and bandaging up the pain, then you're not getting to the root of the problem, which means that you're only putting ointment on the surface, and the bigger problem is still the bigger problem. The bigger problem is still residing in the inside. Understand me? So the ointment that you rub across, come on, Felicia, the ointment that you rub across the top of it is going to soothe it. Understand me? But it will not heal it. Come on, Diva Styles. I see you this morning. Good morning to you. Oh, what you say? So is anybody ever had a wound, and when you have a wound, it starts to grow another layer of skin across the top of it. You're treating the skin of it, and you think that it's okay, but then all of a sudden you start to feel that it's still sore down in it. Like the top part it feels good, but it feels like it's something down in it, like it's still hurt. Like don't hit my arm, because it's something that's still hurt down in, it's still hurt down in there. And then you mess around and you go to the doctor. This happened to me before. That's how I'm able to explain it. You know, I dropped a rose that was made out of glass, and I cleaned up all the glass, and I bandaged up the cut that was on my hand, right? But had no idea that I thought I got it all out. I rinsed it, but for some reason it was still sore. It was still bothering me. I could barely bend it. It was just hurting me so bad. It was like that thorn that was in old boy's side, in Peter. Was it Peter? In Peter's side. Like it was agitating me, getting on my nerve, and I couldn't bend it. And then here we go. Years later, believe it or not, still got the scar on my hand. Years later, I decided I was going to bend my finger, and a piece of glass came right out of it. It healed, but the glass was still, it was Paul with the thorn in his side. There you go. Thank you so much. It healed, but it had the glass down in the inside of it. Years later, all of a sudden, I decided that I'm going to bend my finger. Bent my finger. And then it came out. In other words, what I'm saying to you is sometimes we only heal the surface. We only clean the surface. We only apply ointment and treatment to the surface. And sometimes, what we're going to have to learn to do, especially on this journey, is we got to get into why is it hurting the way that it's hurting? Why is it bothering you the way that it's bothering you? Why is it that years later, understand me. So what are you saying, Coach? I dealt with that annoyance for years. I put up with that pain for years. I tolerated that for years. Understand me. That's right, Tara. That's right there, baby. Understand me. Yeah, for years. I put up with it. And that's what we do in our life. We put up with things that we shouldn't have to put up with. We tolerate things that we don't really have to tolerate. But we do that until what? Until we get so frustrated, so agitated with it, that we decide that in that moment, I'm going to bend it, even if it break it. I'm going to bend it and see what happened. I'm going to bend it because I'm tired of it feeling the way that it did. And all of a sudden, here come the glass coming up out of it. We do this on our regular life every single day. We overstay our welcome. We overplay our part. We overspend our finances trying to accommodate something that is just not for you, trying to hold on to something that's just not for you. Understand me, and it's okay. I need for whoever, wherever you are in this world today, I need for you to know that right now, understand me, in that word he says, I'm going to open up a door for you that no man will be able to shut. That's what I'm going to do for you. But in order for you to have that door, you got to be willing to push through. You got to be willing to be committed. You have to be willing to be in alignment. You got to be willing to go against the grain. You got to be willing to go against the flow. You got to be willing to be the first to ever do it. Even though you've never seen it done, you have to step up out of those old patterns, those old ways, and you got to step up and say, I know that I deserve more, that I deserve better. Our downfall is in these situations. We focus on pain and not what's causing the pain, so we heal the surface of what we're dealing with without ever getting down to the root cause of what's there. Nothing about the enemy and the way that he operates is going to be different. But if you're not fasting and you're not praying and you're not in alignment, you will step all over everything that God is trying to expose you to. If you are not fasting, praying, worshiping, studying in alignment on the regular basis, understand me, hear me, then you will step all over every single thing that God is exposing you to. Like we said before, he's not going to have you out here ignorant. He's not going to have you out here not knowledgeable of whatever it is that you're going through in life. So when you're going through the same cycles over and over, the same different type of relationships over and over with different people, is because everything that he's exposing you to, all the knowledge, all the things that you need to know, you're not worried about those things. You're stepping over those things because the only thing that you're focusing on is my heart is broken, but you're not focusing on why is my heart broken. You're focused on my heart is broken, but you're not focused on why is my heart broken. And that right there is a trick of the enemy. He wants you focusing on the broken heart and not what broke the heart, because if you only focus on the broken heart, then you stay connected to what broke your heart. And even if you leave that individual, you'll go be with another individual that will behave the same way. So the ointment that you applied on your broken heart, the bandages that you applied on your broken heart, you will revisit that in another relationship with another person, and they will pull the bandages up off of your heart. They will remove the ointment that you just placed on your heart because you did not find out what broke my heart. Because you were so focused on its broken state. You have to identify the root cause of things in your life. This is why I harp so much. I say it every video. Identify your own triggers. Identify your own triggers. Identify your own deficits. Identify your own weak areas. Before you start talking about this is what's happening to me, why is it happening? Understand me, because the enemy is always going to find your weak areas, always going to find your deficits, going to always find the things that you are the most insecure about. You understand me? He's going to always find the things that you are the most sensitive about. He's going to always find the things that he knows is going to bother you the most, that's going to make you feel very much ashamed, humiliated even. Understand me? This is what the enemy does, and he does these things because he knows as long as he pull that, then that'll make you be quiet, that'll make you go still, that'll make you break down, that'll make you give up. And so that's what he'll do. His devices is never different. It's always going to be the same thing. That's why when you're in a conversation with an individual and you start to win the argument or the discussion and you're making all these valid points and they know that you're right about what you're saying, that's why they do what? They hit below the belt. That's why they go back to the person that you used to be. That's why they start digging up stuff that was happening over in yesteryears. That's why they start bringing up all the stuff that you are no longer even attached to, because at that moment they're trying to find a way to tap in to your emotions. They're trying to find, come on, that's good stuff right there. They're trying to find a way to what? Tap in to your emotions. They're trying to find a way to trigger you. I gotta stop you. I gotta say something that's going to be hurtful. I got to say something that's going to get up under your skin. I got to say, wait a minute, hold on. You done got beside yourself. Hold on. And they'll pull something and you're like, what? Why are we even talking about that? Why is that even a part of this conversation? Why you even brought that right there up? We ain't even on that no more. I'm not even that person no more. I done moved all the way away from that. That's because they don't have anything else. And that goes back. I'm just proving a point right now. Hello, I'm just proving a point right now. The enemy has no new devices. Understand me. His ways are the same old ways. And until you become knowledgeable of how he operates, he's going to always trick you with the same trick. These tricks are nothing new. What you said, the enemy's devices are not new. He doesn't have anything new. All of these is old things. He's just doing old things and doing them a different type of way. Understand me? But it's the same old trick. And until you get in alignment with the Most High, until you get locked in, until you learn what it is that's happening in your life, the causes of certain things in your life, you will be tricked by the same old trick. You'll be tricked by the same old, yeah. And you'll be over there mad as all get out with yourself, because how in the world did I let you get me like this again? How in the world did I let this happen in my life again? I'm going to ask this question, and I know some of y'all don't like to tell the truth, but how many of y'all have been in the same relationship and been in it, the same type of relationship, and been in it at least 3 times? And you like, so much so that you like, I'm tired of love. I don't even want to be in a committed relationship no more. I don't even want to deal with folk on that level. I just want to go out and date and have me a good time and drop me off at home, honey. I don't even want to be, I don't want to deal with love. I ain't trying to be loved. I ain't trying to love nobody. It comes with too much pain, too much heartache. Baby, it's just too much that I find more peace being by myself, more joy by being by myself, baby. As long as I'm by myself, I ain't got to worry about nobody lying, nobody cheating. Understand me? I ain't got to worry about nobody trying to manipulate me. I ain't got to worry about nobody trying to control me. I ain't got to worry about nobody asking me where I'm going, when I'm coming back, because they got trust issues from their past relationship. I ain't got to worry about nobody comparing me to nobody else. Got me living up to this false reality, because if they were so good to you, why you're over here to me? Hello, somebody always talking about what they used to do. Well, why you ain't still over there with them? Okay, I got sidetracked. I'm back. Yeah, but that be bothering me, if you could tell. Because why you ain't still with them? When folk come tell me that, I be questioning that. Like, if they were so good to them, then why didn't they stay over there with them? Stop letting folk lie to you like they were so happy in their last relationship, like they had it like that in their last relationship. Because if you had it like that in your last relationship, why you ain't still in your last relationship? You understand? That's how I be feeling. That's why I don't let people play with me. I'm drinking my water. I'm drinking my water. Look at friend. You is, come on. What is it? Is Toya Davis? You messing with me, baby. You messing with me. We messing. Wait a minute. I'm about gorgeous glow. I'm going to drink the water. I'm going to drink. But because y'all know y'all didn't experience that. Somebody who can't keep their ex name out their mouth. Baby, you just just can't keep your ex name out your mouth. That young lady that moved on, that young man is halfway down the road. Why are we still talking about that? And they try to make you live up to that individual, try to compare you to that individual, to make you feel inferior, to make you feel like you're not good enough, like that person was so much better than you, and you ain't doing the job right. You ain't doing this and you ain't doing that. But if that was the case, then why are you skinning and grinning over here? Why are you laid up over here? Go head on over there with them. I'm telling you, it's a lie. Crystal Love bought me that big old bottle of water, child. She want to make sure I stay hydrated. Baby, this is 30 fluid ounces, and she bought 4 of them. 30 fluid. I'ma stay hydrated. I'ma stay hydrated. It's a lie, baby. If that person was so good to you, then you wouldn't be over here. But that's how the enemy operates. Hear me. Understand me. You have to know that nothing that the enemy is doing is brand new. But we keep missing what he's doing because we're so caught up in our emotions. We're so caught up in what it is that we feel. And what I'm telling you is, as we're sliding into 2025 and we're going through our transformation stage of our life, we have to shift our focus, okay? Come on, listen to Coach real quick. We have to shift our focus and we have to start trying to understand, why is it that I feel this way? Why am I so triggered by that conversation? Why does it bother me the way this is happening and that is happening? We have to start finding out our why. So once we find out what our why is, now we owe it to ourselves to create a healthier response for that situation. Because if we do not, then we're going to find ourselves back in that same broken state on repeat. There's no growth, there's no development there. I just felt like somebody was asking, but Coach, I feel like I'm in this cycle. I feel like I just keep choosing the wrong thing. And the reason why you keep choosing the wrong thing or the wrong person and the wrong job and the wrong church and the wrong group of friends is because you keep stepping over the things that God is trying to expose you to. You are not locked in so that you can see. It's hard to see what you need to see when you still have on those blurry vision, those blurry glasses. You have to remove those glasses and put on the glasses that you see clearly. And what is the blurry glasses? It's the illusion. Some of you guys are in love with the illusion, the potential. You're operating with a false reality. Illusion is a false reality. So your vision is blurry because you're in love with the potential. You're in love with who you think that they could be if they really put in the work, and what you think that they could accomplish if they really was to get off the couch, and what they really could do if they ever got motivated, and if they do this, and then that will happen. And you become obsessed and in love with the person that they could be if they put in the work. Understand me. But the sad part about that is you end up wasting all of your time and your energy and your effort over there waiting on somebody to change that never changes inside of that relationship. So here you are, 5, 6, 7, and some folks 30 years down the road, and that individual never taps into that potential that you said that you saw in them. They never tap into that false illusion of who you said that they could be. They never get to that person, not with you. And then all of a sudden, so now you've wasted your good years. You wasted all of your, understand me, you waste your good years, all of your good love, all of your young this and ready to travel that. You wasted that arguing, fussing, and going back and forth with somebody that you just wanted the best out of them. Don't you see that I'm saying what I'm saying because I want the best for you? Don't you see that I'm doing what I'm doing because I want the best for you? Don't you see that I'm going as hard as I'm going because I want the best for you? And they cannot see or understand. They can't comprehend that you want the best for them because mentally they're not on the level that you are on. And people can only understand from their level of understanding. So you are wearing yourself out. And that hurt. Can we be real? And that hurt. Hit that share button on all platforms. And that hurts. It hurts when you love somebody and they don't love you back. It hurts when you're willing to sacrifice for folk and they're not willing to make the same sacrifices for you. It hurts when you're in a relationship and you saying, don't you see, I'm doing everything in my power to help you. And it's like you're doing everything in your power to hurt me. The more that I pour into you, the more you drain right up out of me. Understand me? And that right there, that's the result of a relationship that is not reciprocal. That's the result of being in a relationship that is not your match. And this is what the enemy does to you on a regular basis. He keep you caught up in these areas. So as long as you're focused on the brokenness, right, then what happens is you develop this spirit of familiarity. Understand me? And that right there, that is dangerous. What you said, a spirit of familiarity. Understand me? What? Come on, put it inside the chat. You have to be aware of that spirit. You got to be aware of that spirit. You got, yeah. Let's just be, I want you to put that in your notes. You have to be, good morning to you, Miss Leader. How you doing this morning? You have to be knowledgeable about that spirit. You have to be aware of that spirit. You have to be, on your P's and Q's when it comes down to that spirit. You have to have top tier type of awareness when it comes down to that spirit. I want you to put it inside the chat, the spirit of familiarity. Understand, you have to watch it. Yeah, I see you, Kalia Gray. Come on. Yeah. Cat Williams, good morning to you. There you go. I see you. Is it Cherie? Cherie, I see you. Put it in the chat. Why do I have to watch it? Because that familiar spirit is a spirit that keeps you in that broken cycle. Because you have, understand me, because how do you have, wait, pay attention. Can somebody say teach? Can somebody just put teach in my chat? Well, yeah, spirit of familiarity, you have to be aware of that spirit. You have to be able to identify that spirit. I just want somebody to write teach. Oh, Kira, you know what? That's why I love you the way that I do. I don't know if I flip the camera. Understand me. If this is you, and you have the spirit, like let's just make that a heart, right, over here, and this person have this is another person, and this person has this same heart, right here, right, and understand me, you just got out of a relationship, but you failed at repairing that broken heart. You didn't fix this that you had over here, right? So when you get over here, this person has the same exact, right? He has that same type of broken heart that you got. And so what happens is, because that spirit is familiar to this spirit, then you end up going to that individual because of the fact of the familiar spirit. It's something about that individual that you feel like it's something about them. And what happens is this right here, this over here that he's carrying, let's just say this is trauma, this is pain, this is hurt, this is disappointment, and you got trauma, you got pain, you got hurt, you got disappointment, and you identify with that. But because you are not aware of the way that the enemy operates, what you think is compatibility is not really compatibility. It's really trauma bonding. It's really not that y'all got anything in common, but the only thing that y'all got in common is pain. The only thing that y'all got in common is hurt. The only thing that y'all got in common is the fact that both of you guys are suffering from brokenness, from abandonment issues, from trials and tribulations. That's the only thing that y'all have in common. And what you do is you start to bond over that pain, bond over that trauma, bond over that hurt. And before you know it, you start tricking yourself like we got so much in common. But if you was to remove, you go over here as a familiar spirit. The familiar spirit is the brokenness that y'all share. But if you come over here, let me get this other one so it stands out. But if you come over here, right, and you heal your heart, that's a healed heart, then all of a sudden, you don't have anything in common with that individual. That individual wants you, but that arrow won't go back. You won't want them. This is what happens when you heal from your past pain, your past hurt, your past trauma, your past brokenness. When you heal yourself from those things, then you're no longer attracted to that. That spirit of familiarity is no longer attracting you to that individual. As a matter of fact, I got to said, Tifa, hold on. As a matter of fact, what will happen in this particular situation is this right here. I got to show it to you. Hold on, I got to show it to you. What will happen is because you're growing and you're evolving, now what you used to think was compatibility, now you see that that thing right there was the thing that you wanted the most, was the thing that was the most damaging to you, that what was keeping you from your breakthrough, from your development. It was keeping you from experiencing life on the level that you wanted to experience it. You will see that it was the thing that was blocking your blessing. You see this now, right? So because now you are more wise, you're more knowledgeable about the enemy and his devices and how he works, how he operates, how he try to trick you, try to bamboozle you and hoodwink you because of your fasting, praying, worshiping, and now your awareness of how God operates. Ooh, can y'all see that line that I drew around it? Now, you see this line, that right there, that line that goes, that's a hedge of protection, right? Come on, double tap on the screen. Yeah. You don't even look this way. You don't even give attention to that right there, right? Because a person that is really healed, understand me, a person that really knows their worth, a person that really knows what they bring to the table, they don't even entertain this right here. Understand me, we see you smiling, we see how they smiling, we see you smiling, but we identify, this is what we look at right here. We see you smiling, we see you looking good, we see you smelling good, but because of your awareness, you're able to identify a beautiful disaster. You're able to identify the fact that you look good, that you smell good, that your income is good, that you have reliable transportation and all of these things, but you're also able to see this right here. My focus is this right here, because I be doggone if I get into a relationship with somebody that look good, that smell good and all of that, but you don't know how to talk to folk, you don't know how to treat folk, you don't know how to reciprocate. Understand me, you don't know how to love correctly, right? You don't know how to give or receive. You over there think the whole entire world is all revolving around you because of what it is that you got. So now, because you are healed over here and you got that hedge of protection around you, understand me, and that hedge of protection comes because now you know your worth. Now you know who you are. Now you know that everybody should not have access to you. So you build that hedge around you because you don't let anybody just come and sit with you anymore. You don't let anybody just come and lay with you anymore. You don't allow anybody just to be up on your phone anymore. You don't just text and call anybody anymore. Why? Because you identify the fact that your ear canals is connected to your heart canal. Your eyes are connected to your heart. Your mouth is connected to your heart. All of these things give way to your heart. And so now you watch who you deal with on whatever level, because you know that your feelings, your emotions, and your will lies inside your heart. So you got that barrier of protection. Oh, you don't let folk play with you. You don't let folk have that type of access to you. So no matter how beautiful they look, just what you see. When you become knowledgeable of the enemy's tactics, the only way that you don't see the things that's happening in your life is what I said at the beginning of this video. The enemy's job is to keep you distracted. The enemy's job is to keep you without focus on what the real issue really and truly is. So he distracts you with pain. He distracts you with your emotions. Oh, I'm so brokenhearted. Oh, I'm so disappointed. Oh, I feel so betrayed. Oh, I feel so let down. Oh, I feel so sad. And as long as you're wrapped up inside of those emotions, then you will never see what the real problem is. So you will correct and clean and disinfect the surface, but the root will be still there, rotten and nasty. You will correct. I ain't used my board in a while. Y'all done. No notes today. We just outside. I don't know why this thing ain't. 1 second. I gotta make sure. I gotta get this phone right here This phone acting like it don't want to charge. Hold on one second, y'all. I'm coming. Just double tap on my screen while I get this together. So that one is that one. Let's pull this one out. Double tap on my screen while I get this together. Let's see if it'll work that way. It ain't the cord. Oh, I'm not, first of all, I want y'all to know, y'all gonna learn all this live. The devil is a lie. The devil trying to shut the TikTok live off by causing the phone not to have charge. And we can't let that happen. Let me see something real quick, y'all. Because y'all gonna get this live today. Okay, so it's working when it's in here. But it's not working when it's in here. Give me 1 second, I'm coming back. That's strange that it's doing that. Hold on. We ain't hanging up though. I got some time in this live. Hold up. I got some time today is what I meant. I ain't going nowhere without y'all knowing. Y'all double tap on my screen. Y'all gonna get this because I need for y'all to understand this. I can't let y'all go without it. Hold up. Oh, gonna try to, you know, this is what he do. This is what he do. Not on my watch. Trying to see if I can get it to work on that one. That one ain't gonna be long enough. Give me a second. I'm coming back, y'all. Gotta work on something. Just when y'all know I be so serious. I be so serious, y'all. Let me see something. How y'all doing? She talking about let's go. Look at that. I'm gonna tell you one thing about me is I ain't gonna stop until I find a way. TikTok double tap on that screen because your coach just went overtime to make sure that y'all was able to stay on this live. I can't believe, would not let the phone charge and the thing. I done went, look. One thing I believe. Listen, happy 100 days of fasting. How y'all doing? And we still gonna be outside. I don't care about none of that. I told y'all I got time today, baby. Yeah, I got time today. Don't play with us. Cause one thing about it is we gonna make it happen. Come on, fix it, Jesus, and did. TikTok, double tap on that screen. Just because, show some love on TikTok real quick. Just because they try to play with y'all platform. Go send me the little thing talking about this, about the phone about to go out. Double tap on the screen on TikTok. Hit that share button just for that. All right, so what I want to show you is this is right here. And watch how we get right back into it like we ain't missed nothing. This is what happens when you're in this situation, right? This is what happens when you're in this situation, when you correct what's happening on the surface, right? When you fix what's happening on the surface, you only put the ointment, you only bandage up the surface of that thing. Thank you so much, Diamond, I appreciate you. But the problem happens is this right here, right? This is where the issue come in at. If it's still broken, thank you, Tony, for the cash out. If it's still broken at the root, when it's still broken at the root, so you only fix what was wrong on the surface, right? So understand me, this right here, this is the root. This is the root right here. And if this right here, let's see this right here. Let's check color in the root, and you done came up here, right? And let's just say you fixed what was happening right here. That was the surface. You put the ointment on right there. You see, so right now, that right there, let me get my little thing. This is the root. That's the root right there. You covered what was going on the surface. You put the ointment on the surface. You made sure that the surface was covered. So for a minute, true indeed, that surface of it will be okay, but it's only going to be okay for a minute, right? For a minute, the only thing that's going to happen is that surface is going to be okay just for a moment, right? So for maybe a month or so, you won't feel nothing from it. But the moment that all of a sudden you tap into something, right? And then all of a sudden you start to say, oh, I'm feeling pain in that area again, right? Now all of a sudden you're like, I'm feeling pain in that area again. And before you know it, you got something that's happening up here. You got something that's happening up here. Because I might get small markers. You see this? See the sprouts that's coming up out of there? That's because that old thing, because you never corrected that old thing, it's just started to come back again. Because you didn't fix this down here at the root, it started to push back through. So even though you put the ceiling, you thought you fixed it because you didn't pluck this all the way up, because you didn't dig this all the way up, that in time, all it did was continue to grow again. And now here it is back resurfacing in your life. So now you have that same old problem. You got that same old problem. You have it all over again because you didn't pull up what was causing the problem. So what the enemy likes to do is the enemy likes to keep you focused on the surface. He want to make sure that it looks good on the surface. He want to make sure that it's bright and that it's shiny on the surface. And that's why I tell you, this is not about what's on you. This is about what is in you. Put that in your notes real quick. The enemy wants to keep you focused right here, but that right there cannot be your area of focus. You got to be focused on what's going on right here, because what's in here is what's going to grow up and out of you every single time. Understand me? It's not about what is on you. It's about what is in you. So if you don't pluck out the things that's in you, understand, if you don't pull out, if you don't expose the things that's in you, then guess what the Bible says? What is in you is going to come outside of you. Because it says, as a man thinketh, so is he. So what's in you, what you think about you, how you feel about you, is what's going to expose itself on the outside of you. It's not about what's on you. It's about what's in you. And when you don't rid yourself of those old broken cycles, when you don't learn from your experiences, when you don't expose, you're overlooking the things that God has exposed you to, then you find yourself in those same broken cycles. You find yourself entangled with those same spirits of familiar. You always go back to what is familiar to you. Understand me. And somebody in my chat real quick, double tap on my screen. I just want to say, how do I know, coach? Just put how will I know? But how will I know? Understand me. And y'all write it in the chat and also write it in your notes, because I want you to have this information for you to go back into. Understand me. The spirit of familiarity is a dangerous spirit, because that's the spirit that causes you to trauma bond, right? That's the spirit that draws you to people with that familiar brokenness. Understand me. How will I know, coach? Your spirit of discernment. Come on, double tap on the screen. Your spirit of discernment. That's how you will know when you are operating with a spirit of discernment that you're feeding on a regular basis, that you're studying and replenishing. Understand me, on a regular basis, your spirit of discernment gives you the ability not just to see what's on an individual, but to also see what is inside an individual. Church people, come back. I know that right there, don't worry about it. They dancing in the virtual pews. Don't worry about it. Yeah, they just been waiting on that part. Hold up, come back. Come back. Look at Lily. Listen, hold on. Hold your seat real quick. Hold your seat for a second. Be still for a moment. You have to know that, yes, it's a beautiful thing, because he said, I will not have my people ashamed. You're not going to be ignorant about what's happening in your life. Tear the virtual pew up. Understand, he's going to give you clarity. He's going to give you revelation. He's going to expose you to the true nature of people, because he don't want to see you entangled with something that is not in alignment with the assignment that he has for you in your life. So that's the reason why. Understand me. I want to get happy with y'all. You have to understand me. That's the reason why you can sit around or come in the presence of other folk and you feel uneasy. Everybody else is comfortable, but you sitting over there like, it's something about this. Oh, this don't feel right. You can't even sit still. You over there moving around. It bothers you, and everybody else is happy, joy. But your spirit of discernment, your spirit is at conflict with their spirit, because you know for a fact it's something about that. that that just don't sit right with me. Look at Cook. Come on, Cook, let's be real. You be like, it's something about that just don't sit right in my spirit. It's just something about that it's that, there you go, it's just off. That right there, understand me. So when you're operating with the right type of spirit of discernment, then you receive a gift from God that allows you not just to see what is on an individual, but to also see what is inside that individual. Yeah. The ability to see. The ability to see. Highlight it. Put it in the notes real quick. Highlight it, Crystal Love on TikTok. Highlight it. What you say? When you're operating with the spirit of discernment, it gives you the ability to see. Put it in it. The ability to see. Come on, Lily. Where y'all at this morning? Fun girl, I see you. The ability to see. That's a fact. It gives you the ability to see. And when you're able to see things correctly, then you're able to what? Use things correctly. Understand me? When the spirit of discernment, it gives you the ability to see, right? So when you have the ability to see, when you see something, you use it in the way that you see it. Remember, I taught you that a couple of months ago. How you see a thing determines how you use a thing, right? So your spirit of discernment gives you the ability to be able to see, not just see what's on them, but to also see what is inside of them as well. So you are very much aware of what it is that you're dealing with. You are knowledgeable of what's happening in that moment. So when everybody else is telling you, understand me, oh, they look so good and y'all will make a good couple. Oh, they got so much going on. And girl, if I was you, I'd jump on that. And boy, if I was you, oh yeah, I'd go ahead and marry her. You'll be sitting over there saying, oh baby, that right there, that ain't for me. Even salt and sugar look the same from a distance. You will be over there saying, oh yeah, everything that glitter, baby, that ain't gold. Understand me, that's plated right there. It looks shiny, but up under there, it's rotten to the core. If I deal with that individual, that's going to be a liability to me. I'm going to end up going through hell by doing that. And they don't see that because they don't see how you see. Understand me, but when you are in alignment with the Most High God, then you see not just what's on an individual, you also see what is in an individual as well. I can't work how y'all work. Yeah. It might look good to you, but that ain't for me. Yeah. I understand y'all might think that we look so compatible, but yeah, that just ain't for me. I know y'all think that I'm crazy for not staying in that relationship and that marriageship because they was paying all the bills and they was covering this and that. But baby, ain't nothing in this world worth my peace. Understand me, I'd rather work 2 jobs and stay in a 1-bedroom apartment than lay up with somebody every single day and be unhappy in my life. Understand me, I'd rather stay in a 1-bedroom apartment. Understand me, sleep peacefully. I'd rather stay over here by myself, leave everything, baby, take it all, even have the furniture that's up in there because of the way it was disrupting my peace, the way that it was ruining my mental health, the way that it had me sad, mad, and depressed on a regular basis. Baby, take it all because my peace is not negotiable. Understand that my worth, I know my worth. I know what I'm deserving of. Understand me, go ahead and have all of that. I'm willing to reset. I'm willing to restart. I'm willing to redo. Understand? I'll do all of that because I know that once I'm in alignment with the Most High God, that there's nothing that I walked away from that I'm not going to be able to get it right back. What you say? Oh, I'm going to get that back. Yeah. Look at my organ man. My organ man ready to organ over here. Yeah. Baby, it ain't nothing that I lost that I'm not able to get back. And anything that I don't get back is because it's not in alignment with the assignment that the Most High God have for my life. There's nothing that I lost that I'm not going to be able to get back. Thank you, Shay. Appreciate you. Double tap on the screen because that's a word for somebody. You on the verge of it right now. You're trying to figure out how you're going to walk out of that situation, how you're going to walk away from that job, and everybody is giving you their opinion and what they think about it, what they feel about it, but they don't even know that thing is worrying you to your core, that thing keeps you up at night. It have you pacing the floor, driving around, long drives, going nowhere fast. They don't know that you're not able to function the way that you need to function because that thing is bothering you the way that it bothers you. And I'm just here this morning to let you know that God says, understand me, that God says there's nothing that you walk away from that He does not have the ability to give it to you back. And when He give it back to you, He gives it back to you better than than it was before. He gives it back to you in multiplication. He gives it back to you in abundance. He gives it back to you, and it's pressed down, it's shaken together, and it's running over. Understand me. He's saying that you're walking away from that to get in alignment with this right here. Baby, this is going to be the best decision that you've ever made in your whole entire life. Understand me. You worrying about them paying the bills? I'm about to put you in a position where you can pay the bills and then take trips. I'm about to put you in a position where you not only get the job, you get the promotion, you'll be able to do exceedingly and abundantly more that you could have ever thought for yourself. I got you. But you got to let me have you. I got you, but hold on. Yeah. I see y'all. I got you, but you got to let me have you. Understand me. You got to be willing to surrender. You got to be willing to surrender. You got to be willing to allow me to lead and you follow. You have to be willing to be disciplined. You have to be willing to be obedient. Understand me. He's like, I'm going to cover you in that right there. Understand that I'm going to do what he says in Joel 2, and that's 25. God will recover. He has the ability to recover it all. Understand me. You think that you done lost something. He says, wait a minute. Don't you know I'm going to recover everything? What he said about the locusts, he said, not just the baby locusts. He said, I'm going to also give you back what the big locusts have also taken from you. I'm going to give you that back too. Understand me. You're going to recover it all. What did he tell David? When David went out there and David was going through everything that he was going through. Understand me. When he had lost his family, they burned down his village. They took the women and they took the children. They took everything, not just from David, but from everybody that was out there with David as well. They burnt it all. They took it all. He says, shall I pursue? And what did God say? He says, pursue it. And guess what? When you pursue it, you're going to recover it all. Understand that there's nothing that you lost. There's nothing that is missing, that God cannot replace it with bigger and better. Because when David and his men went out to recover what the people had took from them, his wives and his children and everybody, let's not forget, he didn't just come back with his wife and his children and his cattle and everything. He brought back the other folks' wives and their children and their cattle as well. Go read the story. Let's be real. Lenny, where you at? Understand me. They came back with more than we doubled it. He didn't just come back with his stuff. He came back with double. He came back. Yeah. Come on. Here. David and his army, they went back. And he said, should I pursue? He said, you're going to pursue. And you're going to recover it all. And when he went and he pursued it, he recovered it all plus some. Because he didn't just get his wife, his children, his cattle, his riches. He also overthrew the opponent. And back then when you overthrow the opponent, what do you get? You get all of their stuff as well. Understand me. So now you got double family. You got double wives. You got more children. You got more cattle. You got more riches. Understand me. This is the way that God works. Understand me. This is the way that our God works. This is how this here happened. But you have got to be willing to stay out of your emotions. You got to stop being that individual that's constantly operating out of your emotions. The enemy is always going to use your emotions. Always. The enemy is always going to use your emotions. He's going to do whatever it is that he can do to upset you, frustrate you, agitate you, to get you to respond to whatever it is that he got going on. Because the moment, that's 1 Samuel, that's going to be 30, and that's going to be 18 through 19. 1 Samuel chapter 30, verse 18 through 19, right? The enemy's job is going to always be to upset you. That's right. He's going to always be poking the bear. Understand me. So when you're on your spiritual journey, what you're on right now, you're fasting, you're praying, you're in alignment, you're doing all this work on yourself. Don't be over here and thinking that, oh yeah, well, you're doing all this work for nothing. The enemy's job is to trick you into feeling like you're doing all this work for nothing. The enemy's job is to trick you into thinking that you're not worthy, that you're not capable, that you're not doing enough. Understand that David wasn't the only one that fasted. When David went on his fast, he went on his fast because he wanted something. He wanted to be in more in alignment with the Most High God. He needed him to do a thing in his life. Understand me. When Jesus was out there fasting, what happened when Jesus went out there fasting? That's when the enemy decided that I'm going to come and bother you because I know you at your weakest state. You've been fasting, so I know your body is tired. You've been fasting, so I know that you got to be at your all-time low. So what did he say? He says, jump off of here. If you're really the Son of Man, won't you save yourself? Won't the angels come and save you? Won't they do it for you? The enemy is always going to try to tempt you when you're at your highest level, when you're fasting, when you're praying, when you're worshiping, and you're meditating, and you're in alignment with that word. You got to be prepared for him to get you, to try to trick you into taking yourself out. The enemy does not have the power to unalive you, but his job is to trick you, to make you do it to yourself. He can't destroy you. He has to trick you into destroying yourself. He can't do what he's going to do to you without your participation. That's a no for somebody. The enemy cannot do what he wants to do to you without your participation. You have to be a willing participant in that. You have to be willing to surrender to that thing that he's bringing to you. Understand me. You have to be a willing participant in that. Understand me. He said, throw yourself from here. Throw yourself from here. He says, if you're really the Son of Man, turn these stones into bread. Knowing that he was hungry, knowing that he'd been fasting. Understand me, this is our 100, this is our 100 celebration live right here. Understand me, we celebrated 100 days of fasting. Y'all gotta excuse us right quick, right? This is what this live is about. I want to encourage you on your fasting journey as we continue into these next 22 days. I'm giving you the information that you're gonna need to help you sustain. Understand, for this next 22 days, I'm giving you the encouragement, the motivation, and the inspiration to continue on this journey for the next 22 days. We're going a full 122 days. We are not backing down. We are not giving up. We're not throwing in the towel. We're not going to abort this mission. We got more days behind us than ahead of us. And if we've gone this far, then guess what? We're going to keep on going. Double tap on the screen. There you go. Double tap on the screen. Send some love through. Oh, baby, it's a celebrate. Ain't that what Brown say? Baby, just show some love for the 100th. The 100th day. 100th day. Just show some love for the 100th day. Double tap. Thank you, Anne Marie. Let's go. Double tap on the screen. So Jesus was being tested in that moment. Why? Because he looked at him and said, you got to be weak. You got to be weak right now. Thank you, Lily. You got to be weak right now. Ain't no way you've been fasting like how you fasting and you ain't weak. Ain't no way. I see you. Ooh, wait a minute. You got to be tired right now. Understand me. You got to be tired right now. Ain't no way. Thank you, Edie Nicole. Appreciate you. Double tap on that screen. Ain't no way. Then he continues. Right? He says, if you bow down and you worship me, I'll give you all of this. Because you know that I've been fasting and I've been praying and now I've been walking before God, and you looking at me because of the way that I look on the outside. You think that I'm weak. You think that I'm gullible. You think that I'm delusional. You think that I'm going to be easy to deceive. I know Jesus had to look at him like, do you think that I look like Eve or something? Am I giving you Eve? Am I giving you Eve vibes or something? Because what in the world makes you think that you're going to be able to deceive me out here in the wilderness the same way that you deceived her in the Garden of Eden? In the Garden of Eden, you went over there and deceived her by telling her that she's going to have something that she already got. She already had that. Understand me. You had already had everything that was in here. You made her think that she was missing something, that she was being robbed of something, and you think that you're about to do the same thing to me. You think that you're going to come over here and deceive me. Do you not know who I am? Understand me. So you think that I'm going to bow before you to receive something that's already mine? This right here is already mine. Why in the world would I have to bow to you to be able to receive something that's already mine? Understand me. That's how the enemy operates. Wants to try to manipulate your mind, trick you into thinking something. Understand me. And deception works by what? All you have to do is have a small part of the truth entangled with a whole bunch of lies. Deception works when you take a small piece of the truth and you entangle it with a bunch of lies. Because humans, what we do is if we hear a bit of truth, we'll ignore all the lies. It's our human nature. Oh, come on, Tara. Let's, I'm gonna learn him something. Double tap on the screen. Deception works by taking a small piece of the truth and entangling it with a bunch of lies. In our human nature is when we hear a piece of the truth, we then ignore all of the lies. Because that piece of truth is what we're putting our focus on. But when you operate, this is why the enemy don't want you to operate with that spirit of discernment. This is why the enemy, thank you, Colorado Bay. This is the reason why the enemy don't want you to operate with your spirit of discernment. This is why he don't want you to study. This is the reason why he don't want you to meditate, creating that line of communication where God can speak back to you. He doesn't want you to have a healthy prayer life where you're communicating daily with the Most High God. He don't want you to have that, because if you do that, then understand me, it's not that you're going to hang on to the truth. You will be exposed to the lies as well, and you will see what it really and truly is. Understand me, this is why it's so important that you work on yourself and your development on a regular basis. You owe this to yourself. Jesus, being who Jesus is, he knew better. Like, you're not going to trick me into doing that. But there are some folk that would actually get caught up in their emotions. There are some folk that will allow their emotions to get the best of them. Understand me, and we all have been guilty of it. We've all been in a situation where we've been doing things and we respond to things where we get so frustrated that we respond, or we get so aggravated and agitated and annoyed that we give them what they want. Oh, stop staying in environments. Stop staying in environments that trigger the old, broken you. Stop staying in relationships that triggers and pulls and tugs the old broken version of you that's always bringing back that old person that will clap at them, that will snap at them, that's willing to go from zero to prison. You have to separate yourself from those people and those environments. I want you to know that that's nothing but the enemy poking the bear. That's nothing but the enemy gaslighting and projecting. That's nothing but the enemy doing what the enemy does to get you to respond to them the way that they want you to respond to them. Because the moment that you respond to them on the level that they are at, that means that you have removed your level of protection, because now you are out of alignment. The moment that you give them what they've been looking for, you are now out of alignment. The moment that you lay your religion down, you are now out of alignment, and you don't know if you're going to have the opportunity to pick it back up. You don't know if you're going to have the opportunity to get back into alignment. And that's why I said you cannot afford to what? Be distracted. You cannot afford to be what? Understand me. You can't afford to be distracted. You have to operate with the other D, which is discipline. You have to be disciplined enough to know that, yes, I can't do that. Even though I want to do it, I'm not going to do it. You have to practice that desire restraint. I want to lay my hand on you, but I know the consequences of me laying my hand on you. I want to go from zero to up under the prison, but I know the consequence of me doing that. I know what I'm capable of really doing it, and I can go way far. Understand me, but I know the consequences for that. I'll have to pay for that. I'll have to pay for that. Yeah. See, you ain't got nothing to lose. Yeah. You already outside the will. That's why you're bothering me the way that you're bothering me. You already outside the will. You ain't got nothing to lose. Understand me. You ain't got nothing to lose. And what the old folks say, double tap on the screen. A person who ain't got nothing to lose will help you lose everything that you got. So all this hard work that you're doing on yourself, all this fasting and praying and meditating and showing up for prayer group, showing up for study group, all this dissecting scriptures, learning how to meditate, learning how to ground yourself, learning how to breathe, center yourself to keep yourself from responding to things in an emotional state. All of that work that you've done on yourself, the enemy's job is to get you to ruin all of that work. The enemy's job is to get you so distracted, so aggravated and frustrated in life that you go and you act outside of the will. That's his job. That's his main mission. That's his main goal, to get you to step away from what you know. Understand me. And that right there is going to cost you too much. And the more that you're into, come on, let's love. I appreciate you. Double tap on this screen. I love you this morning. I love you this morning. I love you this morning. Double tap on the screen. But just that's confirmation for somebody right now that's going through that same situation where you feel like they just keep coming at me. They just keep saying stuff, coach. They keep doing stuff, coach. And then I feel like it's just being petty. They're just coming at me and they're coming at me real petty. Shay O'Neal, thank you so much. Double tap on the screen. If that you, let's just say ouch and just say ouch and show some love real quick. Just say ouch and show some love. Like, coach, wait a minute. You peeping at my window. You got your feet kicked back on my coffee table. You are standing in my hallway. Why are you in my business? The way that you in my business. But I feel like these folks on this job, they just keep bothering me, keep coming up with stuff, keep making up stuff and holding me accountable for stuff that other folk then did. I'm not the supervisor, nor am I the manager. So I don't even understand why they keep coming at me with stuff that ain't got nothing to do with me. Hello, somebody. I'm in this relationship and I promise you, every time I try to work on this, work on that, they got something else that they want to whine and cry and complain about. I'm putting in all the work. I'm putting in all the effort and they doing absolutely nothing but whining and complaining. I feel like I'm never going to be good enough. I feel like I just can't give them what they want in that relationship. I feel like in the family, I'm going outside my way and I do everything that my mom and my dad want me to do. I've been the person that none of my brothers and sisters have been. I help them out the most, but I'm the one that they judge. I'm the one that they talk bad about. I'm the one that they feel like just ain't gonna make it, that just won't be nothing. No matter what I do, it's like I keep coming up short. No matter how much I work at it, it's like I keep coming up short. No matter how much I pour into it, it's like it's never gonna be enough. And I'm at that point where I'm ready to snap. You can't. You can't. You can't snap where you at right now. You can't afford to. Desire restraints. It's not a form of weakness. It's a form of meekness. Real strength is showing people that they do not have the power to control your emotions, that they don't have the power to control the flow of your day. They don't have the power to upset you. Real strength is displayed when you let people see that they don't have the power over you that they thought that they had. That's real strength. When you show people that level of self-control and discipline, they don't know what to do with you. Understand me. They going outside their way to upset you, and you still walking around with a smile on your face. They sending you paragraph after paragraph. You don't even read them anymore. You don't even respond to it anymore. You keep going right on about your day. They expecting for you to jump on your social media platforms, and you gonna have all these sad, depressing posts about everything that's going on, and they get on your page and all they see is God is good. All they see is you posting a beautiful scripture about how forgiving, how loved, how kind God really is. All they see is you showing and displaying motivation, posting your best pic, looking you in your best mood today, baby, looking good, feeling good. Folk get mad at you when you don't give them the response that they wanted from you, when they see that they don't have the power to ruin your day, to ruin your good mood, to get up under your skin, to make you feel and think less of yourself. When folks see that, understand me, they get confused because wait a minute, I was doing this and she ain't giving me that. I was doing that and he ain't doing this. Understand, that's real power. That's real strength, is when you're able to show folk that you ain't stopping nothing. She said, Jude, Jude 1:24. Right? And it says, now unto him that is able to keep you from falling, to keep you from falling and to present your faults before the presence of his glory with exceeding joy. He that is able to keep you from falling. He that is able to keep you from falling. Baby, you ain't about to stop nothing. You ain't about to slow up nothing. You ain't about to pause nothing in my life. You ain't about to stop nothing. You ain't about to slow up nothing. You ain't about to pause nothing in my life. Declare it over your life. You ain't about to stop nothing. You ain't about to pause nothing. You ain't about to slow up nothing that's happening in my life. Understand me. I will issue you the gift of goodbye. I will detach myself from you so fast. I'm talking skinny minute. If I won't know how to do anything else, I know how to do what? I know how to get out of folk face and out of folk way. Hello, somebody. I know, and I'm trying to tell you, I have mastered the art of detachment. My detachment is what is top tier. I know how to get out of your face and up out of your way. You ain't never got to think of that you have to tolerate me, that you got to put up with me in any type of way, shape, or form. I am good by myself. Understand, I enjoy my own company. If I don't know how to do nothing else, I know how to be with me. Understand that. Double tap on the screen. Let's just be real. Baby, if I don't know how to do nothing else, I know how to be with me. And a lot of times, that's what the problem is. A lot of people don't like to be by themselves. But baby, I know how to be with me. Unfortunately for you, I'm not one of them. Baby, I can show you way better than I can tell you. Understand me. You will have to stand on what it is that you said. Yeah, I'm talking about all 10 toes. I don't play with people, and I don't let people play with me. Unplaywittable. You have to try that with somebody else. You have to try that with somebody else. Understand me. This is what people are used to. You giving up your power. You giving up your power. You giving up your authority. Understand me. You are more than capable. You are more than enough. You are more than a conqueror. Every single thing that you need to be able to accomplish every obstacle, every trial, every tribulation you already possess is already in the inside of you. All you have to do is activate it. Understand me. Everything that you need, that grace and that mercy is already been given to you, a fresh pour every single morning, but you have to activate it. Remember the illustration that I gave you with the Alka-Seltzer? I said that it just lays there in the bottom of the glass, but the moment that you pour the water onto that, that's when it starts to bubble. That's when you got action. That's when it starts doing something. You have to activate it. That's you. You are that Alka-Seltzer. That's you laying in the bottom of that jar. But until you start pouring in that word and pouring into that fasting, pouring into that worship, pouring into that praise, pouring into that studying, pouring into all of these things. Once you start pouring, you start activating. And once you start activating, that's when you start to see the bubbles happening. Understand that that's your real life. If you want to move forward, you got to be willing to pour into your life every single day. You got to continue to pour. Every day. No days off. You got to wake up and you got to go after it. You have to wake up and you have to get to it. You have to wake up and you have to have that what? That same grit, that same grind, that same passion. That same grit, that same grind, that same passion. That same grit, that same grind, that same passion every single day. And that cannot change when the things change, when situations come, when predicaments get rough. You can't afford to change it. You still have to have that same level of grit, grind, passion. You still have to have that, what I like to tell the chosen family, faith till finish. Baby, don't let your faith be a shaky faith. Don't let your faith get fatigued. Understand me. You have to have that same faith, and you have to have that faith till finish. The way that you start this thing and you high energy, you ever seen somebody that just gets saved when they first get saved and they ready to read all the books, they ready to pray, they ready to fast, they in every support group and they just going ham, as they would say in South Carolina. They ready over there and they going ham with it. Everything that they all involved in everything. They ready and they shaking and they ready to go. This is how they go. Baby, you have to have that same grit, that same grind, that same passion all the way to the end. That same grit, that hunger that you have to know more and to want more. You got to have that, and you got to have that all the way to the end. You can't let nothing separate you from that growth and that passion that you have for wanting more in your life. As a matter of fact, if I'm going to be really real, and I believe in being real, the more that you become knowledgeable of how and who God really is and the way that he operates, baby, you might have had a whole lot of energy in the beginning of your journey, but when you really have an encounter with the Most High God, it makes you so thirsty for more of him. Do I have any thirsty people who can say, oh baby, I've been on this journey for years. This ain't no, yeah, this been for years. I've been on this journey for years. And guess what? And I'm learning more and more about him every day. I done read the Bible front to back, but I'm still rereading it every single day. I'm still picking up self-help books. I'm still going to seminars and webinars and conferences. I'm still popping out to anything that any classes or seminars that they have that I can continue to grow and develop in, because when you've had a real encounter with the Most High God, then understand me, you develop a passion for more, a thirst for more. Understand me, you be so, you'll never get enough. Like, baby, I don't ever get enough. I'm thirsty for him. Understand me, I'm thirsty for him. Understand me, I'm thirsty for more knowledge, for more understanding. This is a forever growing and learning thing. And we know this because there's times, people who've been with me since 2017, some of these stories I've taught. Some of these stories I taught one way. And here we are from 2017 to 2024. And I've turned that story 7 or 8 different directions. I've taught it from multiple different ways. Because every time you go and read it, you get something different out of it. It's just like watching a movie. You'll watch a movie all the way through. And then you go back and rewatch that movie and you pick up on things all throughout that movie that you didn't see the first time around. Yeah, come on. That's what it is. He's like, when you was going through this in your life, I gave it to you this way. Now that you're going through this in your life, now I got to give it to you this way. So he's going to always give you exactly what it is that you need right when you need it. Not when you want it, but he's going to give it to you right when you need it. Every single time. He's going to give it to you right when you need it. And you have to develop that mindset. There you go. Right there, Romans 8:35 through 39. Write that in your notes. Right there. You have to develop that mentality of, I'm not letting nothing separate me. No trial, no tribulation, no hardship, nothing. I'm not letting nothing separate me. Nothing. That's how passionate that you have to be about it. That's how bad that you gotta want it. That's how thirsty that you have to be about it. I'm letting nothing separate me from it. Romans 8:38 and 39. Double tap on that screen. I love you, I love you, I love you, and I want you to know that you are more than enough. Hear me when I say that. But we cannot afford to be emotionally driven in this time. It's not going to feel good because you're changing. It's not going to feel comfortable because you're changing and you're doing something that's brand new in your life. Understand me, growth is uncomfortable. It's a beautiful thing, but it's also an uncomfortable thing. Development, seeing what you were. I don't know who's going to be real about it, but when you start to see who you were, it is hurtful. It is uncomfortable. Because a lot of us thought we were better than what we were. Oh, come on, coach. It is hurtful. It is uncomfortable. Because a lot of us thought that we was a better person than who we really were. And the moment that we start working on ourselves and our development, we realize that, whoa, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. I really was a mess. I really didn't know how to talk to people. I thought I knew what love was, but now I'm growing and evolving, and I'm realizing at this moment, like, wait a minute, I really wasn't as easy to love as I thought that I was. I really thought that I really had it all the way together, but hold on a second. All of a sudden, you start to see your true self. And God is definitely going to expose you to your true self because he needs you to develop. These are things that he needs you to fix. These are things that you have to see it at the root and pluck out the root so that it don't continue to grow in your life. It's things that you have to fix. You have to pull it all the way up, my planters. Y'all, I know y'all understand it, right? When you go out there, you have things that's growing. Your plants, you got your plants that's growing, but you don't just pull the weed from around the plant. You try to pull it all the way up from the root so that you don't have to go out there and find that the weed that went entangled itself back up into your plant again. Now your plant is over there about to lose it all because the weed is choking it. Understand me? So yes, this is something that you pull it it all the way up from the root. When you pull it out the ground, you see the root of that thing. You see the root of that thing all dangling with the dirt on it. You see it all over there. Understand me? You pull it all the way up. And this is what we have to do in our life to keep these things from resurfacing in our life, to keep these things from growing in our life. Understand me? Because if you don't pull up the root, if you don't pull out the root, if you don't expose yourself to the truth about that thing that's down in the root, yeah, you're going to have some good months, some good years. But when it's time to harvest, when it breaks ground, you're going to see that it's still there. When a person comes and they say something or do something, and you back at that same broken emotional state from that conversation or that display, then you realize that you still hurt from it, that you're still suffering from, got some pain attached to that. Yeah, there you go. You're still triggered by it. You have to pull it all the way out. Understand me? So that you can continue to grow and evolve and develop into your very best self. This is something that you owe. You owe this to yourself. You owe this to yourself. Your growth and your development. It's all riding on you. Discipline, obedience, following all the way through. Happy 100 days. I don't even know what to say right now. I'm so overjoyed with, I'm just a happy somebody right now. I really and truly am. My heart is so full right now. I remember being at day one and actually doing the countdown and asking Heather Geegan every day, what day we on, and to know, man, this is amazing. This is amazing. I started out at 215 pounds and now at 186. And still going down. The goal is going to be to get down to 170. And once I hit that 170, I'm going to make a determination as to whether or not I want to get down to that 160, but 155 is going to be the minimum, right? So it's just like just watching yourself, your body transform, just watching you and watching what it is that you put into your body on a regular basis, getting up and getting active and increasing your stamina and increasing your endurance and your strength. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing, man. I'm just watching myself in real time just transform. And I'm telling you, it's so inspiring and self-motivating when you start to see the hard work that you put in to what it is that you're doing for yourself. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing, man. And just hearing the testimonies and the stories from everybody that is connected through this challenge of how the prayer is helping them, the fast is helping them, the meditation is helping them, how that the reading the word and becoming more aware and operating in that spirit of calmness and patience and peace is just a part of their day-to-day life right now. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Y'all are proud of me, but I'm proud of y'all. I'm so proud of y'all. Some of y'all have been here since day one, since September the 1st, on every single prayer group, every prayer at 740, right there. Have been actively involved, operating with intention on every single fast without failing. Some of y'all been so eager. What's the next fast? How we doing it next? And let's think, for the first month, we was checking in twice a day. And y'all was right there, ready to check in. That's discipline. That's hunger. That's passion. Do not let today go by without you patting yourself on the back, because you deserve it. You have done awesome. Today's going to be a beautiful day. It really, I'm super excited. I feel blessed. I feel so many beautiful things. I love you guys, man. Double tap on my screen. We need to get 275 stars. Can I get 275 stars on Facebook so we can reach our goal? Can I get 6 badges on IG? TikTok, I see y'all at 202 already. Y'all met y'all goal. Can I get 6 badges on IG real quick? And Facebook, can I get 275 stars so we can reach reach our 2K goal. Double tap on that screen. There we go. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Is it Lona, Sarah? I appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Double tap on the screen, man. Every single day that you wake up and you put 10 toes to the ground, I want you to sweat yourself. Tell yourself how beautiful you are and how much you love you, because there's no love like self-love. And you first have got to love yourself way before you're able to love anybody else. Thank you so much, Crystal Love. Crystal went right over there and dropped some stars. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Is it DeB? Marley DeB, appreciate you for those stars. Okay, there we go. Tara, thank you so much for them stars. We now at 2,075. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Audrey. I appreciate you. Cherry, appreciate you. Thank you, Shay. I appreciate you over there. Double tap on that screen. We need to get a couple badges on IG. I love you guys so much. Thank you, Eating Nicole 79. I appreciate you. Y'all know the end of this month, the next thing that I'm going to be doing is, thank you, Angel Baker. I'll be going out to Africa. I'll be going to Africa the end of this month. We're going out there on missionary work. I will be there for 11 days from December the 25th to January 4th. I'll be back in the garage on the 5th of January, or maybe the 6th of the January, because y'all probably have to give me some time to get back, right? So yes, this is what we're going to be doing. We're going out there to bless the people. We're going out there to bless the children in the orphanage, man. We're picking up stuff already to take over to Africa. So I will have one suitcase that got my stuff in it, another suitcase, right, that's going to have all the stuff that we're going to be giving to the kids, along with a check for the people of the facility to go and get all the stuff that they're going to need, you know what I'm saying, from clean water, to socks, to whatever it is that they need. We're going to make sure from our family, from our social media platform, from the way that you guys have been blessing, we're going to bless these children over in Africa. So I am not going to Africa to hang out, to have a good time, to do none of that. Good morning, Dr. Tammy. I am going to Africa to do missionary work. I will be at the orphanage over in West Ghana that caters to children who have autism from the age of 4 to 18. We're taking suitcases, me and my team, we're taking 2 suitcases of coloring books, crayons, things that have different feelings and textures that they like. We're taking that over there. We're taking socks and t-shirts and everything that you think that you can imagine that little children need, from shoes as well. We're taking them shoes too. We're taking all of this stuff over to Africa to do it. We're donating in person. This is not something that we do. We're donating in person. We're getting in the field in person. You have to understand that we are called to be a server of the Most High. You can't serve by constantly sitting on platforms or going to empowerment conferences and all of that. Yes, that's a form of service. But at one point or another, you have to do something that's not given to you, but given to somebody else. So yes, we're getting on these flights, 14 hours, and we're going to get in the field. We've done a lot of stuff here with the 100 Kicks for Kids, with the 100 Hoodies in the Hood. We've donated for kids going back to school and all of that. But this is not just about here. This is also about people all over the world. So yes, this is what we doing, man. This is what we doing. Like, yeah, it gotta happen. And I get chills from talking about it. See me rub my arm. We are created to serve, and that's what we're doing. We getting out there. We doing Christmas and New Year's in the field. Christmas and New Year's is going to be us over in West Africa, over in Ghana, giving back, doing what we need to do, all out in the villages. Clean water, getting them the things that they need. We're going to do that for 11 days. We out there, right? And it's going to be all work. You know what I'm saying? But I want to tell y'all, I love y'all for each and every one of you guys also who, sent different stuff for me to take, you know what I mean? Sent funds for me to go and pick stuff up for everything that we need. I want to tell y'all, thank y'all as well, because y'all played a very big role in this as well, right? So I want to tell you guys, thank y'all. And the time is finally coming. So yes, I will be live. I will be live all the way up until the 21st of December. So on the 21st of December, and then, of course, I'm going to take that week off, and then I will see you guys again once I get over into Africa. I am taking everything. I got to go and get the adapter that I'm going to need, because they don't have the same plugs that we have. I'm going to get the adapter that I need so that I will be able to go live from Africa. So you guys will be getting some live videos while I'm over there as well, because I know, I ain't going to abandon y'all. I'm going to be here. I'm going to be working with y'all still, but we definitely going to get out there and do what we need to do, you know what I'm saying, in Africa. And we're not going to stop there, Double tap on my screen, send some love. We're not stopping there, because the whole 2025 is donated to what? Missionary work, serving and learning. So you see the tour dates, and you notice that the tour dates now have what? It has 2 dates. Last year I toured and it was 1 day in each one of the cities. 2025, you see 2 dates. And that's because I'm starting with Africa, but that's not where we're finishing. Every city that I go in to speak in 2025, I will get there that Friday. And me and my chosen family will be out into your neighborhoods, to wherever your homeless people or your women and children shelters. We will be out in that city or that state that I'm coming to. And that Friday is going to be dedicated to community service, to us giving back to your community, providing lunches, providing toiletries, providing things that they may need while they're out there. Because I can't just come to all these different cities and just speak without getting out there. So that's the reason why you see the tour dates, and you see they have 2 dates on each one of them. So if you see your city or your state on my tour list for 2025, get ready. Get ready to serve. Get ready to get out there in the field. Get ready to help us pack up lunches. Reach out to your local churches. Ask them if we can use their community center to pack up the bags and stuff that we need so that we can get out there and pass them out. Reach out to your recreational centers. Ask them if we can borrow one of their conference rooms where we can come in and we can bag up the stuff to get the stuff ready. If they got basketball teams and different stuff and they say, hey, when you come here, we want you to get with the youth that we have here. Get it all together so when we come, we know exactly where we're coming and exactly what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? That's what I told you. I want to come help your community. I want to come and give back to your community. Help me help you. You see the date that's on there? Help me help you. Inbox me. Email me. When you come here, this is what we want you to do. When you come here, this is what we want to be at. Come on. And I'm there. My team is going to be there. My people are already committed to this. They're already excited about this. Every city that we touch in 2025, we're giving back. We're serving the people. This is what we're doing. Yes, I will be in Atlanta February the 15th. Y'all know I'm coming out to February the 15th, but I see her in the chat right now. And she like, hey, wait a minute. We're gonna have to do something on this. Hey, let me know, sis. Yeah. February 15th, I'm going to be in Atlanta, Georgia. Y'all know that's my second home. I'm always in the ATL. So I'm coming to Atlanta, but Chicago, I'll be in your area. And that's going to be for February the 1st and 2nd. I will be in Chicago. I will be in Atlanta on February the 15th. March 1st and 2nd, I will be out in the West Coast. Right, I'll be out there in the West Coast. And then March the 28th through the 30th, I will be in Tennessee. Africa in January. So that's January through March. We already booked up for. We got stuff going on in those months. I do have openings in April, but May, I'm already booked up for May as well. But I do have April and June that's available. Yeah, I know that's the first 2 quarters of the year, but you can't stop when God gonna do something. When he say you're gonna be booked and busy, you just be booked and busy. You just got to be prepared to go. So that's how that's working at this moment, y'all. I'm just gonna be everywhere. Detroit is definitely on the list. Detroit ain't gonna let me not come to their city. Detroit gonna always be in my inbox talking about, is you coming to Detroit? Detroit, I'm coming. I will be in Detroit. Yes, I am on the way. Detroit, New York, New Orleans, I'm coming. Who else? Texas, y'all know I'm coming. I'm coming to y'all areas. Most definitely, I'm coming out to y'all areas. I love y'all. I'm gonna go get my time in the gym so I can replenish after I'm such a beautiful pour on this morning. I love when God come in and just do his thing in our life. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. We like 30 minutes over what our scheduled time is, but I love you guys and I want y'all to have an amazing, amazing, amazing day. Chicago is not in December, Candy Cane. Chicago is February 1st and 2nd. Yeah, that's what that one is. Philadelphia, Philly. Let me tell y'all something. I don't have Philly on the tour list, but we adding Philly to the tour list. I have had so many inboxes from Philly. We're adding. We've already talked about it. Philly is going to be added, okay? Do me a favor. She said, come to London. Baby, listen, if y'all tell me y'all got a spot for me to come to London, I got a passport, and I believe in putting it to use. You let me know where you want me to come to in London, and I promise you I will be in London. Let me know where you want me to come to, baby. I'm there. You see, I'm going to Africa. I'm telling you. And if we're going to be real, how many times on here that I say something about going to Ghana, that I said something about going to Africa? If you've been following me for a while, I used to wake up on my live videos and I used to have so many people from Africa that was on my live videos back in 2015, in 2017, 18, and 19. And I'd be, what's up with my people out there in Africa? You know what I'm saying? All the time. And now here we are in 2024, the end of this month. Look at Tifa. And now I'm on my way to Africa. Don't threaten me with a good time, baby, because I will be in London, okay? I will be in London. Let me know where you want me to come to. You know what I'm saying? But Philly, we are adding y'all to the list. I want y'all to know. She's talking about, I'm going to come to London and be your helper. Okay, let me know. Let me know. Listen, but Philly, we going to add y'all. We definitely getting y'all added to it because there's no way that we cannot. Y'all already, I said if y'all had enough people that saying that y'all wanted to come, then I would come. And y'all have exceedingly, I'm talking about way above that. I've had so many inboxes, so much, people even texting me about, hey, look, I want you to come. I want you to come to Philly. So yes, we coming to Philly. I love you guys so much, man. And I want y'all to have an amazing day. I know y'all trying to get off of here and get to work. So I'm going to let y'all do that. But I'm excited today because we just completed 100 days of fasting and I can't stop talking to y'all. I can't stop loving on y'all. Yeah, this is a blessing. It's such a blessing. I love y'all. But I'm going to talk to y'all soon. I love y'all. Y'all be good. We love you. We love you, man.